Hello and welcome back to my new video. My name is Zoe and today I want to talk about the books that I want to read in August. Okay, why is there already August? Can we talk about that? So, at first, how's your month going? How's July going? When I film this, it's not anymore the half point of the month, but the half of the month is already gone. So how's your month going? If it's going good, I'm so excited for you, and if not, the next month gets better. The next thing I want to say is a little update on how my reading at the moment going. I have 2 books left on my TBR for July. I only need to finish read the third and the last book from the perspective of a Christian Grey from the 50 Shades of Grey series, and then I'm almost done with that. I think I'm currently on the half of the books, and then I need to finish the Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm currently in the second book because in Germany they are split into 2 books, and I'm currently on the second book, so I'm excited. I think I'm now in part 4, so there is no more parts that I need to read. And then I still have 2 books left, but I think they're fast reads. We will see. The 2 books that are left at the moment are Poppy War and At the End They Both Die. Is this the English title? I think it's the English title. But let's talk about the books that I want to read in August. So, I have a lot of books in August, but I think it's possible that I can read them all because a few of them are really short and not that high fantasy book that I normally read. So I think I can do this. 9 books are on my TBR, and my goal for the year is to read all the books that are on my TBR in the moment. So my TBR pile that is in the same height since 2 years or something like that, and there are books on my TBR that I have on my TBR since 2 years or 3 years, I don't know. So let's get started. I think I start with the books that are on my TBR physical shelf, so I can show it to you. These are not that much books. I think 5 books that are on my physical TBR are books that I have longer for now. Not all of them are longer, but let's start. First of all, I want to really I really want to read Serpent Dove from Shelby Maroon. I hope I speak her name right, but I have this book on my TBR since it is published, so I bought them. I pre-ordered this book in 2019 and I don't read this book since then. And all I know is that there's a witch and a witch hunter, and they are forced to get married, and that's all I know of the books. And I'm not that kind of person that really read the synopsis of the books on the back. Or when I start a book, I already know everything. This person, maybe I don't know anything, or I know all. And this is one book that I don't know anything about it. So yeah, this is the first one. Okay, the next 2 books are also in English. Then I think there's one book too that is also in English, but we get to that later. At first, to my birthday, I got a package from Jenny from the Citadel that I'm in from Mallory's account, and she sent me Honey Girl, and I'm so excited to read this. And all I know about Honey Girl is that there's a woman and she gets a degree and she don't know what she wants to do in her life, and then she marries a woman in, I think, Las Vegas it was. And she marries this woman, she don't know anything about her, and then she comes back to New York, and then all of the stuff happens, and I'm so excited to read this. The next book that arrived me was People We Meet on Vacation, and Victoria from the Citadel 2 from my Reads account sent me this to my birthday, and if you see this, thank you that you sent this book to me. I'm also so excited to read this, and I also don't know anything about this. I only knew that a lot of people read these books and recommend People We Met on Vacation, and I think the other book that they also recommend is Beach Read. So I'm excited. I'm so excited to read this book, to go with a blank mind in this book, because I don't know anything about it, and Victoria said that she loved this book, and I'm so excited to read this. So I hope I like this too. Okay, then the next book on my TBR shelf is still Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas, who also wrote The Hate You Gave Us. And what's about in Concrete Rose? On the back it says that there's a 17-year-old boy which will turn around because he is now dead, a parent, and he don't know what he needs to do because he's still in school, and he's also a dealer for a gang, and now he wants to leave this gang. And yeah, I'm excited to read this. The next book that I have on my reading list is the second book of the Red Queen series. How does it called? The second book, Glassword, I think. Yeah, Glassword. And yeah, if you don't know what's happening in the Red Queen series, in the first book, it's about Mare, I think it was her name, and in this world, the society is split into two. If your blood is red, you're poor, and if your blood has, I think it was silver, then you have a higher stand in the society. And I mean, if you're a clever person, you know that this is something that can go good for a long time. And this is what's happened in the first book. And I'm excited to read the second book. This is the first time that I'm reading the series, so excuse my poor description of the first book. I can't really remember what's happening in the first book. I only know that the plot at the end was really shocking for me. I did not expect that. And I think I finished this book in January, and now it's almost August, and I don't started the second book so far. And I was a little bit surprised when I opened the package and then there's this. And why? The first one was really small, so okay, this was the next book. So, and then I know I showed you the book in the last TBR month. Then I showed you this book, and yeah, I know I don't read this in July, but there's a reason behind it, because the author of the book, Laura Kneidler, makes a read-along for the whole August month, because we read the first book in August, the second book in September, and the third book is going to be released in October. So my plan is to follow this read-along with the author. Mainly it's a little bit built up in the book like an orchestra. So this is only a German book, so this is why I think I'm not going to describe this book that much to you, because the main of my followers don't be able to read this book, but I explain it to you. So this is the world. On the top are the humans, and on the bottom are the fays. And here's a human princess. She's the crown princess of the human world, and she wants to find her brother, who was before her the crown prince of the human world, and he was kidnapped. He was kidnapped by the Fae, and her parents give up to looking for him. And now, because she don't want to be the queen of the human world, she should search for her brother so that he can be the king. And you follow her to her. You follow her around while she travels to the human world and the Fae world, and at the same time you have different POVs from different characters, who are all looking for different things, but at the end they're all coming together and they're pointing to each other. Okay, so this was all of my physical books that I have that I want to read. That's not completely true. I have one book on my TBR shelf. It's The Risk from L. Kennedy, but I discovered it after I wanted to start reading this, that this is not the first book of the series. The first book of the series is The Chase from L. Kennedy. So next month I want to buy The Chase. Oh my god. Okay, so The Chase. It's about one girl, I don't know what her name is. This girl is attracted to Katharina. Katharina is her name. Katharina is attracted to Colin Fitzgerald, and Colin Fitzgerald is a tattoo-covered video gaming, hockey-playing nerd. Jocks find him attractive, and yeah, we all know what's happened in this book. But I tried to read more romance books, so I'm excited to read this. So the next book I want to read is the second book of the Folk of the Era series, The Wicked King. So the first book was The Cruel Prince. It's about Jude, and she's a human in a Fae world, and she tries to find a place in this Fae world, but everyone in the Fae world hates humans. So she has a terrible life there, and then she finds something out and she wants to fix that because she thinks she's the chosen one, and then she wants to have a family and find a place. So I need to say that I don't really like the first book. I still give it 4 stars because of the end of the book, because it was not that predictable to me, and I was really surprised. But the whole relationship, listen, you all know what's happened in the Cruel Prince, and there's a love interest that is so disgusting for me, not because they're disgusting, but there's happened something between them before they show interest that is, I can't get it, why she still wants to go with this person. So this is one big minus for me for the book. And the next book, the last book I want to read, is a classic. Okay, the last book I want to read is from Emily Bronte, Wuthering Heights. And when I'm honest to you, I don't have any idea what's happened in this book. And I think I just want to surprise me, because I think everyone reads it, or I get a lot of reference in TV series or movies that they read this in high school. So I'm excited to read this. So this is my classic for the month, is Wuthering Heights from Emily Bronte. And I think that was all. That's all of the books, 9 in total, and I'm so excited to read them all. I'm looking really forward to read all of the books in the next month, and I really want to start them now. But no, I want to finish my TBR for this month, and then I can start with the next books. So, and you want, you can write down in the comments below what your TBR for the next month is, because I'm so excited to see what people are reading, and maybe I find a new book that I want to read. Then I will see you in my next video on the next Sunday. Bye. Okay, how do I say goodbye now?
Bye.